gals, aliens, and D-Gen freaks. Welcome to Dano Crypto. On this channel, we show you guys how to make simple and effective and easy moves in the cryptocurrency ecosystems. Let's make sure we get those likes smashed up before we get the show started. Welcome, everyone. If you had been tuning into all of the live streams the past couple of days, all through this week, then you would know that we are long-term bullish, but we are also a little short-term bearish. But it's okay to be just a little short-term bearish, but ultimately we need to be long-term bullish because we are still in a uptrend regardless of this bearish price action that has been happening over just these past 2 days. And we're going to go into the BTC price. We're going to go into Ethereum. We're going to go into how the Ethereum ETF might be dropping as soon as early as the first week in July. So once we clear through June, then we are going to be going into some bullish momentum with Ethereum and start to see how the Ethereum ETF is going to start trading and if it's going to see just as much inflows as Bitcoin has seen for the ETFs for the Bitcoin ETF inflows just in general. So, I mean, I am really looking forward to the next couple months in crypto. So I would say that we are still in accumulation mode. And I don't know about you guys, but I feel like that I haven't accumulated enough. And I'm sure you probably feeling the same way. You're like, man, I could have accumulated even more. Because when you look at the price action that has happened over the past couple of months, past couple of years. I mean, you just go into the charts here and you look at Bitcoin on the weekly and you just see something that is just apparent that we had so much time in the past 2 years to be able to accumulate, Bitcoin. And guys, if I start like burping, it's because I literally ate a burrito the size of a baby. This thing was huge. This thing, I almost ate the whole thing. So if I start going, oh, and I drank a margarita, so I'm feeling good, but holy moly, I almost finished the whole thing. I felt like beard versus food. just needed to be like, oh, it's the burrito challenge. All right, but if you see here that Bitcoin is in a cup and handle pattern, regardless of the bearish price action, we can see a breakout potentially happening in the next couple months to $98,000, and that is our clear target. I think a really nice clear target for us to see see where we can get a God candle going on Bitcoin, and this is, I think, going to happen, guys, because of a apparent supply shock that can happen with Ethereum and Bitcoin. Both Ethereum and Bitcoin have been going down on exchanges. In terms of, let me find the metric here. Make sure I find the right tweet. We still had it saved up here. Yeah, exchange balances for both Bitcoin and Ethereum are at their lowest levels in years. And whales continue to accumulate. So what is this going to do with the trading markets and the overall supply and demand mechanisms that are going to be happening with Ethereum and Bitcoin? Now, you would say that, okay, Bitcoin has the supply and demand mechanism built into it with the program of the 4-year Bitcoin halving cycle. We just had the halving, and if you were to look at the halving cycles and go into this and look at it, correlate it with how we have had these massive runs after each cycle, taking about 6 months, 4 to 5 to 6 months for there to be a massive run after each halving. Now, you look at this, and you can see that each time it's taken about 5 to 6 months for you to have a run on Bitcoin after the halving date. It's clear in the charts here. It's 100% clear in the charts. So when you see this, you can see that going into, November, September, October, November, December, that we're going to be at price levels of in the orange going into the orange to almost, it's going to be parabolic. It's going to be parabolic, guys. So this short-term bearish price action, don't worry. If you're new to crypto, I have to explain this to you guys because finally we have gone through a full cycle of coming in January 2021, round-tripping our bags, making the mistakes that someone new coming into crypto has done. And it's, yeah, taste the rainbow. Taste the rainbow, guys. So we round-tripped some coins. We even got affected by a bankruptcy of an exchange going down, and I'm sure maybe some of you guys were victim of multiple things. I mean, Terra Luna, VGX, Voyager, Celsius, FTX. I mean, go down the list. I mean, man, you could have been hit by all of it. And at that point, if you're still in crypto, then you got the biggest balls that anyone has ever seen. So good on you guys. So if you've been through all of this and you managed to stay in crypto and not get shaken out, then I'm going to give you guys a round of applause because I'm going to tell you what, the person that doesn't have the steel to be able to withstand those grenade launches, rocket launcher to the face, boom, just like you think you're gonna come out alive. Well, guess what? You're getting traded and dumped on your absolute head. And so this is where you have to learn that, look, now I'll show you one pattern that does also happen, is that you have a retracement. Every single time you have a pump on Bitcoin, you have a pump in the markets, and then you have the switching into Ethereum and then the altcoins, and then people start taking profits. This is where you see it. You see it at these tops. 1, 2, 3. This one was really interesting because we had a double top in 2021 that really faked people out. We had that top right there, then we retraced, and then we had another test up to it. And people were calling 100K at this point. People were calling 100K. And then look what happened. We went right back down to the blue. And the bottom was established at the lowest, I think, was $15,000. If we were to go on the charts of Bitcoin and look at what the established low was at the previous, at the lowest we could have accumulated Bitcoin before we have this massive run back up into the red region in Bitcoin. So guys, this is just showing you pattern recognition, but also we have to take into account that we're in a different market structure. We have all the skeletons out of the closet. We have all that BS away. It's gone. We have some new sentiment into the market, and this is why I think we're going to be going into a altcoin summer a little sooner than we think, because we have the supply shock with Bitcoin and we have some good price action. Then we can see some moves with the altcoins. Now, let's look at Bitcoin here in the short term. You can see that we actually called one of these levels that were broken and that we were going to go fairly close to the 64,005. We didn't say we were going to hit it exactly, but we said, look, if we get even about halfway down, that's still damn close to it hitting this level and being a level that we were going to bounce off of. We said either we're going to bounce off of 65,009 or we're going to break through it and then see if we test this level right here, which was the previous, if you look way back here, was the previous support, which was 64,006, and then also right here we have 65,008, and now we are sitting above 65,800 to test up back up to these levels to see if we can clear some of this previous resistance. So it's looking pretty good, because at least if we bounced and we didn't get that low liquidity drop, and the way that you can see this is go on the 4 hour. We're on the 45 minutes. You can see the immediate price action, but you can see right here is why we had this level marked and why we're looking at 64,005 is if we were going to get as low, this was going to be the low, but it looks like we ended up breaking and bouncing off of 65,000 almost exactly to the dollar. $65,037 is where we ended up bouncing. So this could be a good sign to be able to, if we did clear a pattern of a inverse head and shoulders, an inverse head and shoulders here. We have, oh my gosh, what was that? Guys, hold on. Rewind. Here's the shoulder. okay, here's this funky cat head, and then we could be clear the head, go back up and clear the shoulder right here. Don't mind my terrible kindergarten drawings. But if this plays out, it's a little bit more drastic because a lot of these inverse head and shoulders pattern that plays out is that we have some sideways chop in a range, and then we get candles matching exactly, going back up right here, and then we have sideways chop, and then we have a move back up to test some previous resistance, turn it into support possibly, and then we can see where we're going from there. All right, guys, if you are in the live stream right now, I would really appreciate if you hit the like button, because it doesn't help at all if you're in here and you didn't hit the like button, because you gotta let YouTube know that you are actually liking this live stream. I'm not assuming that you already like it, but I would imagine if you're in here, you're liking it. And I see people hitting the heart button, so thank you so much. I appreciate it. Smash up the likes, and if you're watching on the TV, hit up, right, select. That is the Dano Crypto cheat code. That's the left, right, bop, left, right, uppercut for the cheat code for Dano Crypto. All right, so let's get into some of the craziness that is crypto. That's what we're saying. What a week, because basically we have all these Jeet celebrities thinking they're cool, getting into crypto and getting into Solana, and they're acting like it's just like they're like heroes or something like that. But they don't realize it's like, yes, it is easy to launch a meme coin. It doesn't mean you need to. But they're testing it out. They're seeing how their community reacts to it, and that's pretty much what most celebrities do. Especially, it doesn't matter if you're a musician or if you are a figure in the space or in any type of space, whether it be controversial, making your own course or university like Andrew Tate is, or you're just a rapper / celebrity like Iggy Azalea, and you're trying to figure out how I can siphon some money out of my followers. I'm kidding. But in all due respect, I think that we say we want mass adoption, okay? We say we want mass adoption. And then the moment that the celebrities come in, all the crypto nerds and all the crypto maxis start going, hold on. And then they start going, hold on, wait, we don't want you here. And it's really interesting. I think it's a double-edged sword, because you have to think about it. You want mass adoption, so you're going to get all types of people coming into the space. And they're going to either, quote, respect it because we've been here since the beginning and we know how things are, blah, 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 blah. And then they come in and kind of shake up things a little bit. And I think that people are a little butthurt. I'm not going to lie. I think people are a little butthurt because maybe, just maybe, this craze that's happening right now with the celebrity meme porn, celebify. I'm going to call it celebify because we got politify, we got celebify tokens, we got real world asset tokens. We got all these different types of narratives that are going to play into what you are as your physical identity, and you're going to translate that into your digital identity. And why not monetize yourself as a coin? Why not? So I don't know, guys. What do you think? Well, you haven't gotten the likes up to 10 likes already, so it seems to me that you don't want to give me your opinion. This is the place to do it. You can give me your opinion. There we go. All right, they're starting to get up. There we go. I think Dogecoin is going to the moon. I think so too. I think that Dogecoin does have a good chance of getting back to at least 75 cents and to $1. But I'll tell you what, I think one of the coins that is going to surprise us all, and I've been saying this for a long time, And it is, I feel like it is Brett, because now that I've really started to think about how I found this coin relatively early and got fudded out of it. It can happen to anyone. If you think you're convicted on a coin and all of a sudden news breaks that possibly it's a scam, and then you get fudded out of it, that was your opportunity to really be even more convicted, to say, I'm not going to listen to the FUD, and I'm going to hold my bag, and I'm going to be like, you know what, I'm actually going to buy more. I'm going to buy more on the dip. And then if I would have had that conviction instead of getting fudded out and admitting that I was succumbed to the fear and the uncertainty and the doubt, that is when I did a pansy move. I did a complete pansy move. And I'm here to tell you, I'm not afraid to tell you guys that I succumbed to a pansy move. And I bet you've done it before too. And I want to just assure you, it's okay. As long as you can recognize when you made the pansy move. Because now, if you were to look at Brett and you're like, okay, look, it's back at 13 cents. Look, it hit an all-time high of 19 cents, all the way from a support of 4 cents and 8 cents. Okay? And this thing, whenever it hit some massive FUD, let's go to the chart here. This thing dipped, but it only dipped just a little bit. We got to look at the chart that we had actually marked way back. Right here. I mean, look, this was the apparent. This was the scam. This was the scam where Caesar did an absolute attack on Twitter and saying it's a scam. Brett's a total scam. And look, this is where you either had balls or you had fear. And I am going to tell you, I had a little bit of fear. And I held a little bit. I said, look, I'm going to hold a little bit. But I sold off of it. I swapped out. And then I started to see that strength gain back up. I said, look, if this thing starts to gain back up into strength and starts to break up and touch this trend line again, then, dude, we were so wrong. We were so wrong to think that this was something that we needed to have FUD on, especially with the narrative that's behind it. And now we see the massive PR campaign that's going to be happening with Adidas and the Euro, and then all of the soccer or football that is going to be happening here coming up. Massive campaign. Woo! That's going to be huge exposure. And then we got the Coinbase Smart Wallet. Base doesn't have a token. And we've said this before. It's like, if anything is going to be a good onboarder, it's going to be Brett because of the narrative of along with Pepe. We think also that Coinbase is going to list Pepe and Brett simultaneously, either one after the other, or it's going to be, I don't know, guys. I mean, they even might go as far as listing Pepe first before they even list Brett. And then, I mean, that would blow people's minds. I mean, if anything would be blowing people's minds, that move right there by Coinbase. But I mean, if they're smart, they're going to list Brett. A lot of major exchanges have already listed it. So, just for me, that is my base play that I'm not going to fade anymore. And now that it's even on a nice dip from this 13 cents, for me, I think that is a great accumulation point, because then that just gave us a 40% dip to the downside from its all-time high that we're most likely going to break, because of we see the strength that's happening right here, just touching on the trend. And when we see moves like this, a lot of the times this is what we see. We see a swoop, and we see a swoop. And then we're going to start seeing a 30 cent, Brett, We saw this happen with Ponky. We're still have Ponky on the list, and this is how we're going to get our measured moves for at least the immediate short term, guys, because I know you're going to want to see the short term price action, but also we want to think about the long term because this can happen in very quickly. I mean, all this can take is a little bit more price action. We have Ethereum breaking all-time highs, and we go into a bullish July month. We see some bounce recoveries. We see the ETH ETF launching. We see the inflows on that and see how the market reacts to that, how the market structure starts to change. And we're going to see some really interesting things happen, guys. I hope you know this. I really hope you know this. All right, so thank you guys for tuning in. We got 15 people on YouTube, so I would really appreciate if you guys all absolutely destroy the like button. We haven't done any shilling, so let's get the shilling out of the way. Make sure you guys, this giveaway is ending this month on the 20th. So if you have not signed up for BITFLEX yet, if you don't have an account, if you already have an account, you can make a second one. It doesn't matter. But you guys, if you want to get a Trezor Safe 3, test this thing out, suggest you do so. How about SHIB? So yes, we were talking about SHIB. So the thing about SHIB is that it does still have a very, very good chance of pushing up to the top of the wedge. So the thing is that it got pushed down pretty hard off of the halfway point of the descending wedge breakout. So you can see here we had a bull pennant. We had a nice bull pennant on SHIB, but it was not able to break above that level. So why? Well, let's see. Let's see. Well, look at that. Oh, the obvious 6-1 ETA. Freaking 6-1 ETA. So 0.618 got rejected off of that level, and then now you can see that we could be bouncing off of the range between the 0.236 and the 0.382, and we could be clearing back up to test the 618, which would be a move to 45% up to the move to the upside for Shiba Inu. And so once Ethereum starts to really show strength, this is when Shiba Inu is going to play out in the upside. And so once we can break the 618 here, then we can see an obvious level pushing up to then clear the 786. We could see some resistance at the 786 here, which is at 403361. And I think that the target, obviously, over the next couple weeks for Shiba Inu is going to be the top of the wedge, which was this candle wick up at 404593. Now, if you want to get into the daily time frame, this is just the second bull pennant. Now, this is the bull pennant that is going to break us out into testing into what happened in the previous all-time high, in the previous all-time high market, which happened in November 2021, last cycle. And this is where we had the most liquidity and the highest market cap in the space, where we had about, let's go to CoinMarketCap, and we'll show you guys basically what the market cap was around that time. If you go into the all-time highs of what the market cap was, we have to get kind of super tight here because it only got there it was very, very, very quick that it touched up almost to 3 trillion as the all-time high of the crypto markets. Now, what's so interesting about that is that you have, things like gold. Gold is at 15 trillion market cap, Microsoft 3 trillion, Apple's at 2.9 trillion. So we're still so early in terms of liquidity and volume coming into the crypto space. So I think a lot of the running jokes and the terms and the sayings that happen in crypto say, you're too late. You only have a month left. You only have this much. Guys, we really are very early. I mean, you could DCA Bitcoin right now and you're still getting a good price because Bitcoin essentially is going to be $1 million per coin. In the next 10 years, Bitcoin will be at $1 million per coin. I really believe so. And then if you believe in altcoins and if you think that you're holding the strongest altcoins that are going to survive the bear markets and the bull markets and build and have a community that sticks with it and it doesn't dump to zero during the hard times. This is where these projects are revealing themselves through the year. Look, here's the year, because we've been technically, if you really want to get the metric of like when the bull market started, we started about almost a year ago. Almost a year ago. Because if you were to look at the momentum of Bitcoin, of where we have been and where we're going, I mean, look at from January 2023, and then we started to just break up out of this cup and start just crushing up into an uptrend. This is why we think we are still in a parabolic uptrend, up to $98,000. But look at this. I mean, but if you think about it, you know, we got about 6 months still to accumulate, and then we got about a 6 months to a year of absolute insanity, of where we're gonna have so much greed, so much FOMO, so much nonsense that we're not even gonna know what to do with ourselves. I really believe that, because that's what happened to some people. Either you came out alive or you got dumped on. And because you didn't know the cycle, crypto is still a new emerging market, but now we've had some time to learn. We've had some time for this thing to marinate a little bit. It's like a steak. You put a little bit of that marinade on there, start to sit a little bit more, you put that thing on the grill, and now you're starting to taste what is the crypto markets. All right. So I hope you guys are understanding the bullishness of what is happening here. It's getting pretty crazy. It's getting pretty crazy, guys. Oh, man. Drinking the sweet water. All right, well, we have 20 people watching on YouTube right now. 20 people watching on YouTube. If we can get every single person right now that is watching, if you just take your phone, take your thumb, and go bop. And if you're watching on the TV, up, right, select. It's the easiest way that you can hit the like button. Okay, so let's go into a little bit of the overall market. Let's just go to the overall market. Let's just see what the top coins are doing right now. Let's just see what the top coins are doing right now. And then we'll go just for a brief moment. We're going to go into the red light district territory, where we're going to go into some of the memes. We're going to go into some of the things that we have on the list. Okay. Bitcoin's sitting at $66,091. Ethereum is sitting at $3,486. We have BNB sitting at $603. Solana at $143.74. We got XRP 47 cents. Toncoin is number 9 in the top 10. This thing is at $8.23. Holy freaking crap, guys. Toncoin is taking over. Toncoin is taking over. All right, so then we still have Dogecoin in the top 10. Shiba Inu almost solidifying itself as a top 10 coin, as a meme coin. We have AVAX right under it. Man, AVAX at $30.31. We have Chainlink at $14.83. And look at this, Pepe climbing up the ranks to be able to flip all of these fundamental projects And now let's go a little bit further down and look at this. Number 62, based Brett. Now this thing is trading at a $1.3 billion market cap, $63 million volume for 24 hours. And this thing, I think, is going to start flipping bonk, going to flip dog with hat at a $5 billion market cap. Brett is going to absolutely destroy as the top meme coin for the base chain. Hey, we could be wrong. We could be wrong, but I don't know. I highly doubt it. I highly doubt it. I highly doubt it. This one I have a good feeling about. And you know why? Oh, I've already told you why. If you've been watching the channel for the past couple weeks, then we think that this is going to basically be like investing in Pepe before anyone knew about it. Or getting into Dogecoin and DCAing into Dogecoin before Elon started making tweets. That's how you turn $1,000 into $1 million. By just having time and money in the market and knowing when to take profits. It is as simple as that, guys. It is as simple as that. All right. Let's see what's happening on Ethereum, because we are going to mention one red light district meme coin, and it is Kendu Inu. Now, Kendu, we have made a 4x on, 4 to 5x on. We put the chunk change. It's one of those things where it's like you didn't want to risk a couple of hundred or maybe even 1,000. You were just like, I'll just put 100. I bet you guys have some of those coins where you're like, I'll just put 100 in. And then you wished you put a couple of hundred, or you wished you put a couple thousand, and then it would have saved you a lot of trouble. And this was one of those that we wished we put a couple thousand in, because the moment that we actually found this coin was just like, it was a couple of weeks ago. We probably could go and find the stream where the Kendu Inu peeps came into the live stream and said, hey, Dano, you gotta check this coin out. You won't be disappointed. And you know what we did? We were being kind of fresh. And we were like, you're not gonna come in here and shill this coin. And but we looked at it, and you know what? We're gonna start really actually paying attention now. When people come into this channel and they show us a coin, we're gonna be a little nicer this time, because man, that would have been a nice one. That would have been a real nice one. I'll tell you what. But Brett, though, if you guys have been watching this channel for as long as you have, we mentioned Brett in March. Probably the beginning of March, I think it was. Something like that. We'll have to go back. We'll have to get the receipt for it. Oh, man. Okay. All right, guys. Thank you so much. We're going to end it. 8:41 Eastern Standard Time. Really do appreciate you. Can with hat. I don't know if we're going to keep going down the red light district. I'll let you guys do that. I'll let you guys find the stuff, but I will say keep your eyes peeled on the Chinese meta narrative. I think those tokens they look like they are decent derivatives of the American versions of these meme coins, like Brett, like Pepe, like Land Wolf, like all the Matt Fury characters. And then you have all of these celebified tokens. You got the politified tokens. I mean, so you guys got a lot of things to look at and a lot of things that you can get distracted with. Now, that's what I want to make you guys aware of, is that, like, yes, all these things are 100% a distraction, because there are underlying strength meme coins and blue chips that you're going to want to accumulate for the bull run. Okay? Now, these coins that are coming out that are the hot thing, you need to be using these as an opportunity to make profits to then get more of your blue chips, okay? Don't let the noise distract you from your thesis, okay? Just want to make you guys aware of that, because that is what is going to ultimately make you the most money over time and not get you wrecked, is that you do follow your plan, you follow your thesis. And we know of, if you've been following this channel and you've just been in crypto for a couple cycles, you know what the fundamental strong projects are. You know what they are. The writing's on the wall. So, all right, guys. Thank you so much. I hope you guys have a fantastic weekend and you get to spend time with your family, your friends, and I hope you guys are getting just closer and closer to accomplishing your goals, whatever that may be. If you're working on a business idea, if you're wanting to launch something, if you're wanting to just stop talking all the time about this thing that you're going to do, and then you're actually going to go and freaking do it. All right, guys. I hope you crush it and have a fantastic weekend. Love every single one of you. And happy trading. Peace out.